Podcasting, live streaming, and content creation can be difficult, especially when you think of gear, the computer to be able to edit it, all of the stuff that comes along with it. And what if there was a way that we could possibly simplify that process and make not only the recording, the uploading, the editing, the clips, the transcriptions, the everything, even bringing on guests to be able to talk to us on our podcast and have high quality recordings from their end and not the crappy little blocky stuff that you get from other software. Well, today we're talking about that because this video is sponsored by Riverside.fm, and I'm going to be showing you their software, talking about how you can use it from a content creation perspective, where I recorded an entire video in their platform, edited it, and put it on my YouTube channel, which you can check out, as well as bringing on my brother to just have a conversation and see how it works with actually bringing on a guest and working on clips. We're going to see if this is a solution for you as a creator, and I even have a bonus where you can get some money off to test it out yourself. Full disclaimer, this video is sponsored by Riverside.fm to show you this platform, and I want to talk about some things that you're going to want to have before you use a platform like this to create some content. A lot of people consider content creation actually using like an expensive camera like the Sony a6700 or the FX30 that this is shot on, but a lot of creators actually get started on their cell phones and being able to use this and connecting to their computer, or something like this. This is the Elgato Facecam, to be able to just connect it to their computer, and it works just fine to get started. And honestly, the built-in webcam on your computer is a great way to get started. Next, we need to talk about microphone. There's usually a microphone built into your laptop or something that's on your camera, but if you don't have one of those things, I would recommend you actually get some kind of a microphone. Obviously not something like this Shure SM7B, but there are other things that are like $50 microphones, like this AM8, which could be a really good option from Fifine. All these links will be down in the description if you want them. Regardless of any of that, to make sure you have the best audio quality, you need to make sure you use headphones, especially if you have someone in there as a guest, to be able to hear them so that it's not playing through the speakers and then the software has to take care of it. So something like dedicated headphones or even some earbuds is a really good option. This is actually my studio here, and here's the YouTube video I recorded earlier, which was 18 minutes, and we'll show you that editing process later in this video and how I actually pulled it together. But I do want to take you to the studio and show you how this works. As you can see, here's my camera that's already connected, and I'm going to choose, I am using headphones because I am going to plug them in, and I'm just going to use some earbuds just so that I have the audio come in over here. So I'm using headphones, host, select everything that's appropriate here for your mic, camera, as well as the output, and then you can hit join studio. And as you can see, everything is connected here and I am on the screen. We're going to talk about some of the settings in here that's really important for you to know, but first off, the biggest thing that's shown here is invite people. If you're a person doing a podcast or you want to invite guests in, this is a really awesome opportunity, because not only can you invite the guest, you can actually invite audience members to come and participate in the chat that's not a part of maybe a live stream, but just people who are here to see you do this. It's a really good opportunity to have like an exclusive scene with people to be able to jump in and be a part of the audience in the background. But then you can also bring in a producer, someone that just kind of controls all of the graphics and stuff that come up on screen, which we'll show you here in just a moment. If you want to do something by yourself, you can literally just click the X button and it brings you out to make you just the full screen piece on the screen. But you can always just hit invite and get back to that exact same area here. You can also email them. Next, I want to go through the settings, and we want to talk about some other stuff inside settings. These are the things that I'm using and what I would suggest you use just as an FYI. Make sure you select all the appropriate things here. Using a microphone, for example, the microphone that is listed is this one right here for me to be able to do these recordings, but you're listening to the DJI mic right here. Echo cancellation, just turn it off, leave it off unless you have, you know, someone who's using their speakers or something instead of a headphones. This is what I would turn on for that person. Mirror video is just flipping the video back and forth, and then your name. General, name it as however you want. Design, there is some cool design stuff. You can change name styles, you can change some of the text kind of stuff. You can even change the colors and the themes that happen in the background and put a logo that pops up there in the top left corner. Next, you have under recording, you have a couple of options, voice and audio and audio. So you can do podcast, or you can have like vodcast, videocast. What do we call that, guys? Noise reduction, please leave this off again, unless you need it to be on there because you need to reduce some kind of sound that's in the background. 48 kilohertz if you're going to be doing video, 44.1 if you do audio is what they recommend. In my opinion, leave it on 48 kilohertz. And then you can do video quality. You can do 720p, or you can choose 1080 or 4K. And this is actually what stores into the cloud. And in the actual recording I did for the YouTube video, it's a 4K recording. Just understand that higher the quality is, the longer time to process and be able to actually work with that file. For now, we're just gonna leave it at 720, but you can choose this and toggle it up to 4K right here if you wanted to. As far as frame rate, you get 24 FPS. Unless you have a business plan, you can go up to 30 FPS. That's just an FYI there. Transcription language, leave it as whatever your native language is. Timers, audience count. You can live stream outside of this platform. You can check all of that out if you want. One thing that I wish was a little different is for YouTube, you actually have to put the URL and the stream key in instead of signing in with YouTube. However, they have a really good help document. If you click where do I find this, you actually can walk directly through this and see exactly how it works. A couple of the other things on people, you do get volume sliders per person and a pause. You also can see what their quality is from their platform. You can turn on low data mode. You can read about all of this stuff. Noise reduction, echo cancellation. There's chat between the host, producers, and people. And if you do this and I say hello, you would actually see all of the chat from anyone who is a host, a guest, or a producer. For a live stream chat, what's really nice is if you type hello in here, you can actually have it show on screen and set the timer. So right now it's always on, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds. And if I hit show on stream, it'll show on the side right here. Really nice, really intuitive. Branding, we just looked at that earlier. Text, you can actually set up any kind of text that you want to show on screen, also with a timer so that it's on there. And then you can also do customs, and they have media. And this is really cool because you have preview and live. Preview is like the producer, or maybe you as the host can be able to see that, but you also have live to where when you hit play, it'll pop it to the side and you'll be able to have that piece of video playing off to the side. A few other interesting features that they have here is actually a script. You can type in a script, and you can also do it as a teleprompter and have it over the top of the video so that you can be able to talk and interact and be able to do almost content creation with a teleprompter on here. And you also get share. You can do screens where you can actually share a screen from like your desktop or a tab. You can actually you can see that here. You can say Chrome tab, you can do a window or an entire screen. And for those of you curious how it looks like when you bring a guest in, this is what it looked like bringing my brother inside and having a conversation with him. I'll show a couple of clips, but this is how he was coming in as a guest, and we'll just talk about our experience using the platform from his perspective.
Here is Spartacus Titus. This is my real life brother. I don't know if you have any resemblance or can see the either one. Yeah, so he's joined me just for this piece. We're going to actually look at the quality. We're in the studio now recording. What's the how was that process actually joining? Was it hard? Was it easy?
No, when you sent the link, it just sent me to a web browser, put my name in, just had to verify if I was using a headset or not. Once I did that, it automatically set everything up.
And so what's cool about this program, Josh, was as you're recording, you know how when you normally do like video calls and stuff, there's like crappy quality. This is on your end, it's actually recording to your computer, and as it's recording to your computer, it's automatically uploading to the cloud so that I get full audio control, like the best audio and the best video from your end without it being like bad connection problems.
Yeah, I see up in the top corner it says where it says it's uploading.
And so once you've recorded one, you actually get back to the screen, and if I click in, you'll be able to see that here is the video, and there's a lot of stuff that's interesting about how you edit one of these. You can just go ahead and click the edit button and go in, but here's some of the stuff they include. There are magic clips, which allows you to not only just kind of reframe things, but the AI will kind of find with the best moments that it considers and makes it, and you can kind of adjust some stuff. You can also do generate episode, and it will do based upon what all the silences and stuff. Really interesting on how that works. And then you have all of the recording files here where you can just download them all. You can also export to Premiere, Final Cut, or even throw it in DaVinci Resolve to be able to make an edit here in these programs. Really nice that they include this for sending it to maybe to an editor that you would need. Now I'm gonna make this edit and we're gonna see what it looks like in the end, but this is what it looks like to start. I wanna show you a few things before we get there and I show you the final product. What you can see is there's actually some magic tools where you can set the pace, and what it does is it says keep all pauses for authentic feel, but if I crank it, it'll remove a lot of stuff and kind of keep things moving, removing pauses, the little spaces in between stuff. It'll just go ahead and trim those out automatically. You can also do smooth speech, which is remove the ums and things like that, and then magic audio is just to make it to where the audio cleans itself up and just kind of removes all that background stuff. Maybe it's a bad webcam mic from one of your guests. This could actually clean it up and make it a little bit better sounding. You can also use the layout feature to rearrange all of the tracks that you have. If you have multiple guests, you can rearrange them. You can adjust the captions that you're going to have on screen based upon the transcript, which is really nice, and you can be able to edit it if you need to make any adjustments there. Really cool. It's automatically going to create them, and the full customization there. You can add your own individual text or images, or you can upload your own images, videos, or audio, which what I'm doing in here is actually uploading different sound samples from previous videos I've recorded, which is going to be really cool to include them in here, and that's how I'm going to import media, is through here.
All right, so mid-edit Brandon here. I'm currently in the bed, literally editing on my MacBook. I want to show you something. So here's the video I was talking about that I was actually editing, and you can do full text-based editing. You can just highlight something, delete it. You can also just highlight inside here, and you can delete it. And I've just literally added in all of the samples from this microphone video with ease, and you can see how easy it was to just kind of trim things out. Like that whole section I cut, and this whole purple section is just a video I added in from another recording, just so it would pop in, and it was so easy to do all of this. Honestly crazy. I'm just about to export this video, and this whole editing process was like, thumbs up. Really simple. I actually liked this.
This is the Shure SM7B, and this is one of the most popular microphones in content today, not only in podcasts, in video interviews, in YouTube videos, on streams. It's all over the place, but it's not the microphone that I always recommend. Now, some people might say,
the truth is, getting into content creation is a lot simpler than it used to be, especially with all of the new tools that have been implemented, and platforms like Riverside, who are providing a tool for you that not only allows you to record high quality video even from your guests, put it in the cloud, but to also edit it and export it. And also, if you're going to publish, you could publish direct to Spotify from their platform if you link everything. So really interesting. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you once again to Riverside for sponsoring this video. Check out one of these two videos, this one being the one I actually edited using Riverside, and this one right here being a budget microphone list, kind of similar to that same video, but including a lot of other options. Thank you guys. I hope you all have a great day. We'll see you next time.